What is diversity?
The concept of diversity encompasses acceptance and respect. It means understanding that each individual is unique and recognizing our individual differences. These can be along the dimensions of race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status, age, physical abilities, religious beliefs, political beliefs, or other ideologies. It is the exploration of these differences in a safe, positive, and nurturing environment. It is about understanding each other and moving beyond simple tolerance to embracing and celebrating the rich dimensions of diversity contained within each individual.
What is inclusive excellence? The recognition that a community or institution's success is dependent on how well it values, engages, and includes the rich diversity of students, staff, faculty, administrators, and alumni constituents.
What is your name and what is your year?
Okay, so my name is Amina Boyed. I'm a second year.
My name is Olivia Hefner and I'm a first year student here at DU.
My name is Angelica Oberlander and I'm a first year here at DU.
I'm Sarah McLean and I'm currently first year.
I'm Sarah Tesfaye and I'm a freshman.
My name is Imelda and I'm a freshman.
Hi, my name is Nana Danso and I am a first year student.
My name is Karina Garfio and I am a third year.
My name is Blanche and I'm a first year.
I'm Anai and I'm a first year.
My name is Michael Huang. I am a first year at DU.
What does diversity mean to you?
For me, a frame of mind and diversity of perspective.
Like an open heart just towards other cultures and perspective.
Diversity isn't just about race, it's about just making sure you have a large variation of just different people in one community.
To me, diversity means having a wide range of people from different backgrounds, not necessarily different ethnicities, though that does contribute. I think that diversity comes from people who just have different stories to tell.
Like different people of different backgrounds, just all being together and actually listening to each other and acknowledging that there are different perspectives.
Like all different types of people, like not only like race and religion, but like just like different interests and like different like commonalities and like just people like coming together to like talk about ideas and like learn new things from each other and like deviate from like closed-minded like views on the world.
Having people of different backgrounds coming together, and when I mean different backgrounds, I mean like religion, their race, their nationality, their language, whatever it is, coming together as one and really creating a community where people feel welcomed.
A tolerance of people from different backgrounds.
Me, a community in which people are accepting of other cultures and other people.
Actively seeking the individuals who have different views from you, and like actively trying to like understand where they're coming from.
How do you feel about the term inclusive excellence?
LOL.
I think it's amazing the idea and concept of making sure everyone feels involved and feels welcomed and feels like they're actually part of the community and that they're just not here to be a number.
It's overused.
It's overused. It's a good concept, but it's not being actually fulfilled.
Inclusive excellence is a word that gets thrown around like every day at DU. I think the basis of it is important.
I'm kind of iffy about it. We can't be 100% inclusive, so as much as we want to be, we're always going to be excluding a group of people, and I personally just don't like the term inclusive excellence.
I feel like it's a good thing that we don't have at the University of Denver.
That term has no meaning to me. I feel like this university uses that term too often as a scapegoat to show that they have diversity when really they don't. I don't really like the term, to be honest. I think it's lying.
Inclusive excellence as an idea is a really good idea. I feel like DU is kind of misinterpreting it in some ways and also kind of not really, pushing for that inclusive excellence, like the true definition of it in a way that most students think that DU should be doing.
How do you feel about the current climate of diversity at DU?
I think there's a lot of genuine effort being made by certain niches on campus. Diversity is kind of a band-aid for systematic oppression.
I think for all the talk that DU does, spouting off about its inclusive excellence, that we are not very diverse at all.
There's two DUs. There's the DU where people appreciate diversity, and then there's the DU where people don't care.
But then also with the election, it's kind of like that like elephant in the room that like nobody wants to talk about now. So I don't know. I think the like tensions on campus, I feel like they need to be talked about more instead of ignored, because I feel like we do a better job of ignoring it than actually like addressing the issues that we have.
Especially after the 2016 election, I feel like we tend to avoid talking about those subjects because their tensions are high and people will get pissed off and things will get rough.
Well, I believe that DU uses the very small number that we have here of diversity as their token people to show people that there's diversity when in reality there isn't.
It's sad. Yeah, we don't have diversity. Diversity doesn't exist at DU.
You can't deny that like the majority of students on campus are white, but at the same time it's like we are diverse in the sense that like we have a lot of people who come from different sides of the country who have different ideas. I just feel like with the current climate, it's not hostile, it's just tensions are kind of like high.
Have you ever felt hatred directed towards you on campus due to racial or religious-based tensions?
Yes.
Not towards me, no.
No, not really. Even though DU isn't a like hugely diverse community in school, I do think they do a fairly good job of the little diversity that we do have here, like really making them feel included and feel like they're part of the community.
I haven't personally had any of that.
I have not personally experienced it, but I have heard stories.
Yes, like as a race, I have felt it, but not like as an individual person.
I have, and it's been more than once. I would say mostly it happens when my first language is Spanish, so I know when my parents come to visit me, they only speak Spanish, so I speak Spanish to them, and around campus I've gotten some weird looks. I've heard things behind my backs, kind of like frowning upon the fact that I'm speaking another language.
I feel like last quarter, the wall, I think most people of color felt hate towards them. So, yeah. In the recent election of Donald Trump, there's been increases in like racial tensions between student and student body. So I haven't personally experienced anything, but I've heard stories, and yeah.
It's a real thing. It's not something that you should ignore.
What do you think can be done to make DU more inclusively excellent?
I think it has to do with community building. And it's about creating like very like one-to-one relationships. I think there needs to be a lot more recognition and appreciation of different cultures.
It's making DU accessible.
I feel like the price of the school and its reputation kind of keeps people from applying.
Definitely provide more scholarships or some sort of financial aid to help students that aren't financially able to come here by themselves without any other help.
And we need like more like contradicting ideas, I feel like, to like make us think more.
When DU wants to have talks about diversity, to actually invite the people that they're talking about, and by that I mean the underrepresented populations, is to invite them over and have them actually hear our ideas as to how we can better diversity here on campus.
It's easy, just bring more people of color, make the school more accessible for people of color.
I think the school first needs to acknowledge that there is no diversity at the school, and I think once they acknowledge that there isn't, then conversations can be had as to how they can approach this problem. I also think that programs should be set up so that students can access ways to even apply to this school. So I think acknowledgement is the first step to having a more diverse climate at the school.
I think the first step would be better communication between the administration and the student body. I feel like that is like the first step to actually be like to step more towards the goal of inclusive excellence. As of now, I feel like that's the first step, better communication.